Now let's talk about Angela for a hot second. This woman has been treating Michael worse than I treat my diet during the holidays. We've seen her yelling, controlling, and verbally abusing Michael season after season. It's been so bad that fans have been sliding into TLC's DMs faster than a fuckboy on a Friday night, begging them to intervene. But here's the real tea. Michael claims that TLC prioritized entertainment value over his well-being and dignity. They were serving up his suffering on a silver platter, garnished with drama and seasoned with tears. It's like they forgot these are real people with real feelings, not just characters in some twisted reality TV soap opera. Now, I know what you're thinking, but don't these people sign up for this? Well, honey, signing up for a reality show doesn't mean signing away your human rights.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel here. It's me here, Comrade Lavender here, and today I'm back on another anti-capitalism true crime deep dive YouTube video topic. Today I want to do the reality TV hit TV show Pure Evil, the TLC 90 Day Fiancé reality TV show files, deep dive, capitalism and true crime. But before we get started, all my YouTube videos that are related to this topic will be right now on the screen right now if you'd like to check them out. This includes all the other reality TV shows that I've done. Some of them, you know, if you want to check out my other reality TV show YouTube videos. And it also includes some other ones. If you'd like to check them out, they're on my channel right now. My other videos, they're going to be on the screen right now. So let's get started on this YouTube video topic.
There is a problem here! I'm a single person who's married.
Oh, goddamn son of a bitch. That's how I feel,
I'm a single
Jazz.
person who is married.
Swear to gosh.
My needs are not taken into consideration whatsoever. Very important needs as affection, feeling seen, feeling valued, feeling appreciated. It has never been good.
Stacy, how have things been going?
I'm just gonna be honest and real. I'm going through menopause. And it's kind of like hard to talk about.
Pro-Israel Instagram post, which I thought was, you know, I mean, that's your story, that's your truth, right? And, you know, the comments were a lot of people, oh, you know, pro-Israel, pro-Palestine, and kind of mad at you. Was there a lot of fallout from that? Did the network call you and go, hey, we'd love you to not be political?
No, I didn't get nothing from the network, but from like the followers, yes, I lost like tens of thousands of followers instantly, and I started getting so much hate from like everywhere.
The one he traveled with.
You text the stripper that you've been with her in Jamaica?
It's a random guy in Vegas because you're hooker. Normal woman would never do it.
Natalie.
Okay. Natalie, you're married. Oh my. How can you do
Natalie,
this?
that's so bad.
Oh. And you want to know me for?
Why do I want to know you? Because you're going to be in Bryson's life every single day.
Don't
I'm
worry.
extremely protective over Bryson. I feel like I have a right to know who's going to be around my grandson.
Michael Baltimore, best known for his appearances as a barber on season 4 of 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After, is wanted by the U.S. Marshals for allegedly murdering his boss, Kendall Jerome Cook. According to the law enforcement agency, Baltimore has been added to its 15 most wanted list.
And I just don't know how I'm ever gonna get over this. I don't know how I'm gonna move past this.
90 Day Fiancé star Jeffrey Paschal, sentenced to 18 years in prison without the possibility of parole, after being convicted of kidnapping and assaulting his ex-fiancée.
I don't really see, you know, a lot of homophobic and racist comments anymore, because people really know that it's not okay, and it is not okay.
That was 90 Day Fiancé star Alina Koshevnikova speaking to ET about discrimination just weeks ago. Which feels ironic now because TLC fired the 27-year-old from the franchise over her resurfaced racist social media posts.
For months of speculation, the 90 Day Fiancé breakout star confirmed that he is engaged to on-again, off-again girlfriend Liz Woods. In a recent interview with People's Reality Check, the 56-year-old revealed that he got down on one knee after the two broke up during season 1 of the hit TLC spin-off show, The Single Life. Ed explained that fans will see the two get back together on season 2 of 90 Day The Single Life, which premieres Friday on Discovery+.
What happened to Nikki and Mark from 90 Day Fiancé? Mark Shoemaker and Nikki Mediano. Shoemaker's 90 Day Fiancé relationship was highly controversial due to their 39-year age gap. Mark, from Baltimore, Maryland, had 4 children with his Filipina ex-wife before staying single for 2 decades. Nikki, just 19, met him online from Cebu City, Philippines. Their relationship unsettled many, including Mark's children, as she was younger than his youngest daughter. Familiar with Filipino culture, Mark seemed to seek a replacement for his ex-wife.
Gino, how do you feel?
It's heartbreaking. I mean, this was all a plan for Jasmine to be able to be with Matt.
I couldn't care less about his opinion.
Okay.
You are a freaking clown.
Yeah, and you're a whore. Oof.
Please, Jasmine. Do I have to explain myself to you?
No, you don't have to explain yourself to me.
Myself to you?
Maybe you should explain yourself to the world.
Outfit, by the
You
way.
are a cheating wife.
You look exactly
You are a cheating
as
wife.
you are a clown.
Okay.
You are a freaking clown.
Yeah, and you're a pregnant
That's
whore.
what you are.
And you're a pregnant whore.
Stars from The Jersey Shore, 90 Day Fiancé, and Teen Mom all found themselves in a strip club feeding each other pizza. The party went down in Las Vegas at the Crazy Horse 3 Gentlemen's Club for their 10th anniversary bash. To celebrate the occasion, they invited a ton of reality stars that they work with, including Jen Harley, the ex-girlfriend of Jersey Shore star Ronnie Ortiz-Negro. This was the first public appearance that Jen made since Ronnie's arrest the other week. She's largely stayed out of the public eye and only recently reappeared on social media. Jen was greeted by former Teen Mom star Farrah Abraham and 90 Day Fiancé star Larissa Dos Santos Lima.
I just feel so bad for Gino. He was played. Oh my god, yeah, Gino, the one who sent a nude to his ex-wife of Jasmine, and then the wife posted it, and then it became viral, and it caused Jasmine to lose her career as a teacher. Yeah. Gino, the guy who eventually, when he got Jasmine to the US, then told her that he did not file her kids on the visa. Yeah. And then when Jasmine cried and told him that he needs to fix it, he says that he can't afford it because he chose to quit his job, not telling Jasmine before she got there, knowing very well that Jasmine can't work or even get a license for at least a year. Yeah. Oh, and then it cost $5,000 to fix the visa, and he said that it was too much money and then he would just eventually do it himself, causing Jasmine to be called a bad mother, even though he neglected putting the kids on there. And his own family told him that was wrong, by the way. Yeah. Also, he said that he quit his job as an engineer so he would help her, integrate better, but wouldn't even drive her 15 minutes to the gym, which then his family also told him that was pretty wrong. Yeah. And then constantly using the leverage of filing for her kids over her to make sure that she stays. And then she meets a guy at the gym who treats her well, and now she's the problem after, let's say, a year of Gino not even wanting to hug her. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really care that she left for another man and got pregnant when they had no relationship, and Gino is the reason she doesn't have a career or her kids there.
90 Day Fiancé is a reality TV show on TLC's network, which is a known TV channel and network that is known for its exploitation of people and cashes out on that follows people who decide to get married after knowing each other for only 3 months. The show's premise is based on the K-1 visa, which allows individuals from foreign countries to enter the United States for 90 days in order to get married before returning home again. The show has been accused of being exploitative towards women and reinforcing stereotypes about them, but there are also some downsides for men involved as well. The point of the show is to expose viewers to different cultures and make them feel like they're right in the middle of these journeys and processes these people are going through. People watch these shows out of curiosity. According to Dr. Lemur Theories on Sex and Psychology, they want to see what happens when people from different backgrounds come together. The drama of the show comes from seeing couples fight, break up, get back together again, and even other contestants fighting on the reunion episodes as well. If you've seen any episode of 90 Day Fiancé franchise, then you know that it does not follow the lives of these breakups after their visas run out. Most people are never heard from again once their visas expire unless cameras film them for other reasons or another season of 90 Day Fiancé. TLC, just like other TV networks such as MTV or VH1, TLC as well, thrives off of massive drama and exhibiting extreme dramatic situations. The channel makes its profits by showing viewers real lives of intense, strange, and often amusing people. The original mission of the channel was to educate and document lifestyles of ordinary people would never encounter otherwise, and many believe TLC is a platform for marginalized groups and individuals to have their stories heard. TLC stands for the Learning Channel, and that is what they seemingly set out to do, showcase unique lifestyles to educate and entertain the general public. However, over the years, and as the years have progressed, the channel evolved into this extreme drama and exploitation show and network for TV ratings and capitalism profits. TLC has gotten out of hand. Capitalist profit motivation has transformed the original intent to walk on a balance beam between entertaining, education, and downright exploitation. TLC's programs are beginning to fall into exploitation at an alarming rate. TLC broadcasters so deep into people's lives that it feels like education and more, like an intrusion into the broken lives of misguided members of society. The channel encourages viewers to laugh and stare in disbelief. If they add more drama and tension, it gets better ratings and more people watch. Danny adds, although featured individuals are often aware of what filming will entail, the entire premise of these shows is to exploit and humiliate their stars. Every major TV network has lost its audience reach since 2014, including TLC Network. Among the 25 networks, almost all of them have seen declines in reach in the last 4 years, and in most cases the drop was 20% or more. Specialty cable networks like A&E Network, TLC, and Animal Planet are suffering the most, with declines of 36%, 38%, and 40%. If the 18 spin-offs of 90 Day Fiancé aren't evidence enough, TLC will continue to produce more and more shows to chase these capitalism profits. They will show any situation if they believe it'll increase their viewership or ratings and reach more viewers by continually to tune in, viewers that are encouraging TLC to continue to find more people to exploit. An obvious solution would be turn off the channel and stop supporting shows that harm these stars. However, the solution isn't that simple, as most of these shows have been airing for years upon years, and viewers are attached to seeing their favorite people on the screen week after week. It is important to acknowledge that consuming such content causes harm, yet by simply abandoning the shows, many people will feel a sense of loss from no longer seeing the lives of people they've grown to care about. However, there is a dark side to this 90 Day Fiancé show that is highlighted frequently: financial exploitation and manipulation. So let's get into the examples of the problematic situations and stars of this reality TV show. Since season 5 of 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days had premiered, fans can't help but feel ashamed with the way Americans acted while traveling abroad to meet their online lovers. The show has filmed in Brazil, Ecuador, Nigeria, and Russia, just to name a few of the countries. The honest living conditions for some startled the reality stars, leading them to question their future spouse's agenda. The lack of empathy displayed in the newest cast members of 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days has shown an ugly light on how some Americans can come across as extremely selfish and privileged while traveling abroad. Viewers have noticed a lot of Americans on the hit TV show have not stopped complaining about the foreign countries they're visiting, and frankly, this season's cast is coming across as spoiled brats. Big Ed is one prime example. He insisted on spending time at tourism resorts and attractions instead of local areas with Rose. Not only did he complain the entire time about the country, he then tried to shame Rose into shaving her legs to fit into his westernized ideals for beauty. Many felt that Big Ed was showing white savior complex and mentality, meaning that he felt he can show Rosemary a better life just because he had money, and in return Rose needs to bow down to him, doing whatever he asks of her because he's the person that has control, the money, and the ability to save her from her less than ideal living conditions. While baby girl Lisa as well as Angela from 90 Day Fiancé had both been unhappy and talking badly about Nigeria since their arrival, baby girl Lisa was unimpressed with what she described and considered a fancy hotel. The the shower that had a bucket, the bed, and complained about the smell at the goat market. Her piss-poor attitude has not helped her win over fans either, as she is an extremely controlling woman who wants everything her own way. Then, during a leaked tell-all footage, Lisa is seen calling her fiancé the N-word, Usman. Other problems that have come out on the show include, ever notice music on the show likes to play as they show market stalls or walls in need of fresh coat of paint in other countries? A number of international viewers, particularly in South Africa, have come forward to say the music choices are downright offensive, and that's just a taste of the subtle hints of xenophobia on the show. TLC has let many questionable people be on the show as well. 90 Day Fiancé star convicted of aggravated kidnapping and other charges after the reality TV star was arrested when his then-girlfriend accused him of attacking her in her home. The convictions against 44-year-old Godfrey Pastel in a trial for aggravated kidnapping, domestic assault, and interference with emergency calls after an altercation with his ex-fiancée, Kristen Wilson, in June of 2019. There was no mention of the multiple allegations of sexual assault and rape made by his ex-wives during the course of their custody cases. There was also no mention of the previous order of protection against his ex-girlfriend in 2011. The controversy surrounding him have made many fans of the show upset that TLC and TLC producers for casting him, especially since it appears that he filmed after his June arrest. In addition to podcasts and other 90 Fiancé recappers refusing to talk about his segments, there was also a Change.org petition demanding that he be removed from the network and the reality TV show. The petition has already garnered more than 3,000 signatures, as well as the attention of numerous media outlets like People. He has reacted to the backlash online, calling the stories about him silly and insisting that the truth will come out eventually. Clearly, TLC and 90 Day Fiancé producers have demonstrated in the past they are willing to feature cast members with criminal backgrounds, including those with a history of domestic violence. What is so astonishing about his casting is that he apparently filmed for the show with a pending domestic violence case in court. And remember, the 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days is about people who are dating remotely, meeting in person for the first time, so it is possible that he was facing just the misdemeanor count charges when he filmed. That also might help explain why he was actually able to fly to Russia and go to that country. I'm unsure about the laws in Tennessee, but I know having many pending felony charges often means you cannot leave the country or go to certain places. A big part of his segments so far has been him openly wondering how Varia will react when she finds out about his criminal past. That storyline has been further teased with Vera's friends expressing their concerns for her own safety after she reveals that she plans to stay in the same hotel room with Godfrey after he arrives in Moscow, Russia. Big Ed, who angered many fans for mistreating his former girlfriend Rose, the 58-year-old became the ultimate villain of the franchise in just one season and continued to shock fans with his actions over the years on TLC network. In 2022, Big Ed even accused his current partner, Liz Woods, of being a lesbian at their engagement party, and fans have called him out on his sexist and misogynistic behavior. I think I have an amazing personality, but I know I'm not attractive. Rose is most definitely out of my league, Ed says. Though he approaches a woman he considers to be out of his league and then woos her with money and the promise of escaping poverty, it is Rosemary who's depicted as the problem just by merely embracing the opportunity that Ed has provided her. Ed isn't a sad romantic, he's an old man who's leveraging his Americanness, being born in middle class into a wealthy nation, to secure a young, beautiful, obedient wife. Ed continuously asks Rosemary if she's using him for money and a shot at a green card and an American citizenship, but he seldom interrogates why he needs to know all the details of her past romantic relationships or why he imposes an STI test on their first meeting. He does all this while simultaneously demanding Rosemary perform feminine activities by kissing him, being hairless and not having any leg hair, and wearing the Victoria's Secret lingerie he bought her. Larissa Lima is another cast member who's done many controversial things on the reality TV show. She and her ex-husband Colt always got into it, and she, like Jasmine, never sees her kids she left in Brazil anymore, and was getting plastic surgery, and many fans are questioning her priorities. Larissa was even arrested after Colt claimed that she got physical with him. This wasn't the reason for her firing from the network. However, she still filmed for some time after this. Larissa was later let go and fired by TLC allegedly after joining the porn adult streaming service website CamSoda. Enficia was also irritated. Many fans were irritated with her for her abusive behavior towards George. She was a massive gold digger on the show the entire time, and she told him to pay her money for being his wife, and she later divorced him when he went to jail and didn't tell any of her fans on her YouTube channel about this, who were led on to believe they were still together, and she led them on to believe they were still together, and kept up and monetized her YouTube videos she had done with them. Darcy's abandonment of her young daughters several times to prioritize her relationships with men and moves to bring strange men around her children that ultimately left bad impressions. Darcy Silva is a very questionable 90 Fiancé cast member, not only having Darcy's parenting skills be questioned, but also her addiction to plastic surgery, as well as her twin sister, Stacy. Darcy has been setting this example for her daughters and fans that getting heaps of risky plastic surgery is okay. One of the major storylines of season 2 of Darcy and Stacy involved the Silva twins going to Turkey for a month and having Barbie extreme plastic surgery makeovers. Darcy's unstable nature and tendency to create her own problems and have meltdowns when things aren't going exactly the way she wants, and her love life are another point of debate that has landed her on this list. TLC, the network, blasted for allowing 90 Day Fiancé star Angela to abuse Michael, a black man, and treat him like a slave throughout the whole entire time they were on the series 90 Day Fiancé. The 58-year-old Angela was not only embarrassed her husband publicly, but also escalated the situation by screaming at him and chasing him up the stairs in the tell-all home. The on-stage chaos left viewers horrified and disgusted as they observed the cast and crew seemingly standing by while the drama unfolded right in front of them. As the episode aired, social media exploded on Twitter with reactions from viewers condemning TLC for allowing Angela's behavior to continue. Many fans have called for the network to take action against her. One person wrote, "TLC getting sued for allowing Angela to be threatening Michael and just standing there and just watching it." Imagine if the tables were turned and it was Michael being abusive towards, Angela, they'd step in. Sexist at its best, shameful. TLC, you need to pull the plug on this mean-spirited old lady. She is totally abusive and you are part of the problem, condoning her horrible behavior. Another viewer praised the cast members who intervened, stating on Twitter, "Hey, Manuel and Jason, grabbing the billiard balls and pool cue out of Angela's reach as she was wielding probably saved lives," the user added. "If they didn't remove the pool ball, someone might have been seriously hurt." The backlash against Angela's behavior is compounded by recent allegations from Michael, who claimed he fled from Angela's home in February out of fear for his own safety. Michael's disappearance, which led to Angela reporting him as missing at the police station, ended with law enforcement confirming he had left voluntarily. In an exclusive interview with Entertainment Tonight, Michael detailed his distress about his time spent at Angela's home, describing himself as an unwanted guest in their own home. The latest episode of The Tell-All has intensified the debate about Angela's role on the show. Viewers are calling for TLC to address why what they see as abusive behavior, questioning whether the network is compliant in enabling such conduct by allowing it to be broadcasted live. Why does TLC keep letting Angela get a pass like this? It's unacceptable, wrote one disgruntled viewer. They need to step up and take responsibility for what they're showing and have some accountability. Since day one, this couple has been nothing but toxic. Angela is a Donald Trump supporter and has shown such ugly American tourism behavior when she went to Nigeria and Africa. Angela enjoyed embarrassing Michael and making him look weak in front of his own friends on national television. Angela has also appeared twice on the Maury reality TV show where she called out her daughter Scott Lee Dim. Another problematic relationship on the show is Jasmine and Gino. I personally think that both parties are extremely toxic and not good people whatsoever. 90 Day Fiancé Jasmine has been making headlines recently, 2025, claiming that Gino's ex-wife was one of the main reasons why she lost her teaching job in Panama. Jasmine said that Gino's ex leaked nude photos of her that Gino had allegedly sent to her, showcasing and showing off his trophy wife Jasmine, and his ex-wife allegedly sent them to her school, and from there the drama just escalated. Jasmine and Gino's marriage will not be saved by therapy, since Jasmine has already moved on with a new man named Matt Brannis under the disguise of an open relationship. My jaw dropped when I saw how Jasmine is currently pregnant with Matt's baby on the latest tell-all reunion. Despite all this, some viewers think that both of them are saints. Jasmine hasn't bothered to go and meet her kids in Panama or bring them back to the United States whatsoever. And she's pregnant now. I was not surprised when Gino accused Jasmine of being a bully through his comments on certain posts where Jasmine accused him of being unsupportive. Jasmine also implied that Gino was gay. He lashed out at Jasmine by mentioning that she's the one who degrades and emasculates him often. Gino also accused Jasmine of verbally abusing him daily ever since she came to Michigan. Many times, very intense and literally screaming, he added. She has also accused him of being addicted to pornography. He allegedly gave her $8,000. Gino gave Jasmine for a wedding dress. Instead, she got a $10,000 butt cheek plastic surgery implants and other plastic surgery procedures. Gino's recent actions on 90 Day Fiancé have garnered significant fan outrage, leading many fans to believe that he is a perpetual lack of respect for women. Jasmine's outrageous personality is often at the forefront of this couple's toxic relationship, allowing Gino's explosive actions to sometimes go unnoticed by viewers. Now that his heinous behavior is getting more attention in the mainstream, fans are questioning whether his disrespect is an isolated incident or a pattern of fetishization and exploitation. Money is used to manipulate. One of the most prominent examples of this in a relationship is Mark and Nikki on Season 3 of 90 Day Fiancé. Mark was a 58-year-old man. Compared to her 19 years, she was the same age as his daughter, and he controlled 100% of the finances in that relationship, and fans of the show called him a predator because of the age difference. He was able to frequently undermine her wishes and disregard her opinions because at the end of the day, he was the breadwinner. It was his house, his cars, his financial resources. Mark was able to strong-arm Nikki into a prenuptial agreement, which she didn't want because as he made it abundantly clear that it was his way or she would be sent back home to her country. Nikki starts the show strong, sassy, funny young woman, but you see her slowly become relegated to an accessory of Mark's life, who she gets very little to say in her own household and relationships are managed. Another most recent example is Robert and Annie from Season 7. Robert the American proposes to Annie with lofty promises of bringing her to America, going on frequent shopping trips, buying a beautiful apartment, and having lavish dates. She arrives and is stuck in his tiny one-bedroom apartment, acting as a live-in babysitter to Robert's child and enjoying a lavish shopping sprees at the local thrift store. Well, he never quite threatens her to the extent that Mark and others have to their international spouses, there was definitely financial misrepresentation and false promises that were only realized when Annie had arrived in America and had landed at the airport and didn't have the resources to advocate for her own self. This is the domestic problem as well as the international one. Relationships that start anonymous can quickly turn toxic if fiancés commingled, and if one partner becomes a stay-at-home parent or loses their job, or money isn't discussed openly and honestly throughout the relationship, kind of like Pedro and Chanel. Financial abuse and manipulation is one of the more insidious forms of power and control dynamics. It doesn't quite look like traditional forms of abuse, and it can happen over time, a series of infrequent small changes that go unnoticed until the exploited person is trapped in a cage and they never realize what was being done to them around them. Lisa was fired from the franchise following her appearance on 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days Season 4. During her Season 4 episodes, Lisa married her ex-husband Usman. The marriage didn't last long, however, and the former couple had a messy split. Usman then revealed that Lisa had called him the N-word on multiple occasions, which she never denied. As a result of the inappropriate racial slurs being thrown around, TLC officially fired Lisa and cut ties with her effective immediately. Alina was featured on Before the 90 Days Season 5 with her former partner Caleb Greenwood. It was later cut off and cut short due to her being fired from the franchise. Several racially insensitive comments from her had previously been made aware that were undiscovered on social media, and after this was found, TLC promptly fired her instantly. Neither Alina or Caleb participated in the Season 5 tell-all reunion. TLC never confirmed that Brandon and Mary were fired from the network. However, fellow 90 Day Fiancé star Statler Riley insisted that they were. Following the appearance on 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way Season 5, Brandon and Mary spoiled their relationship status online. The couple shared pictures confirming they were still together, and their daughter Midnight, who hadn't yet been announced on the show or born on the show. This seemed to violate their NDAs, so it wouldn't be surprising if they were fired and let go from TLC network. Nicole and her husband, Mohammed, they are another couple who were allegedly let go by TLC network. The couple first appeared on The Other Way Season 4 and later went on to star in Happily Ever After Season 8. Before the premiere on Season 8, news broke that Mohammed had been arrested for domestic violence against Nicole. The couple's story aired for a few episodes and then later stopped mid-season, as neither Nicole nor Mohammed participated in the tell-all reunion. Viewers began to speculate that they may have been fired from TLC's network.